Hi friends! Welcome to Art at Home with Nina. Today, I hope that you've already watched me read this great book, Ish, by Peter H. Reynolds. If you haven't yet, go watch that video first, and then come back and we'll start making some art. Because what we're doing today is inspired by this great book. So you can pause me now if you need to go watch the other video. Otherwise, I'll tell you what materials you need and we'll get started. So, in the book Ish, you'll remember that Ramon gets really frustrated about his drawings. He's feeling like they're no good because his brother makes kind of a not nice comment about his art. And then Ramon's sister, Marisol, shows him that his pictures don't have to be perfect. They're not going to be perfect. So he realizes that his work can be ish. It can be vase-ish, tree-ish, boat-ish. I'll remind you with this page. I can't really see what I'm showing. There we go. So today we're going to draw some ish things. Ramon also starts writing some ish poems and drawing ish feelings, so keep that in mind too. Today you can use really anything that you want. You need a paper and then something to draw with or paint with. So I have some markers here, and then I also have some watercolor paints with a paintbrush and some water to rinse my brush. We're gonna do a little painting or drawing, and then we're gonna do a little writing too, if you want. So let's pause. You can get your stuff and then meet me back here. Okay, ready? I painted and wrote an example to start, just to kind of give you an idea of what we are doing. So I did this painting. In the book, Ramon, when he starts drawing again for the first time in a long time, he just kind of lets his hand do whatever it wants. He doesn't think about what he's going to draw. He just lets his pencil or whatever he's using go. So that's what I did this morning. I didn't think about a plan. I just started drawing some lines and shapes, and this is what came out, and I really like it. And then I wrote a little poem. It also inspired by Ramon's poetry. I made a haiku, which is a poem that's 3 lines, and the first line has 5 syllables, like 5 different kind of sounds. The second one has 7, and then the third one has 5 again. So my poem is: violets growing, covering my green, green grass. Hello, spring beauty. Which, it's not a perfect poem, but it's poem-ish. And my my painting is just kind of what was in my brain this morning. So I thought I'm going to show you how I would draw or paint a couple ish things. And then if you want, you could add a poem. You could do just kind of a free flow drawing, whatever you want. I'm going to tilt this so you can see what I've got going on a little better. So I have a coffee cup here, one of my favorite mugs. And I am going to just do a quick little drawing of it. It helps me, and probably you too, to have, if I'm thinking about drawing something specific, it helps me to have an example in front of me. So, like this coffee cup. I'm not going to draw what's on the mug, I'm just going to draw the shape. Let me move my paper so you can see what I'm doing. And you will see that it is not going to be exactly like the coffee cup that you see here. you go. Mug-ish. Definitely mug-ish. And then if you want, it doesn't have to be just what you see. You could pretend that there's some coffee in there or hot chocolate. You could even give it a little face and make it a coffee cup buddy. Whatever you want. And then I also thought I would do a quick vase, because that's kind of Ramon's first thing, is making a little vase so that looks vase-ish. So, and I don't have a vase in front of me, so I'm just gonna wing it. So I know that it has kind of an opening at the top, so I'm doing this kind of squished oval. And then I want my vase to be kind of curvy. And there you go. That's vase-ish, I would say. And then I'm going to put some flowers inside that vase. And if you wanted, you could pretend that your vase is opaque. So this part is a solid color. You can't see through it. I'm going to pretend mine is glass so that I can see through. So I'm just going to add some stems into my vase. You can also add, if you want, you can add a little like line to show that there's some water in there. And then I'm going to add the tops of my flowers. And you can do whatever kind of flowers you want. You can do real flowers, you can do imaginary flowers. I will tell you, it's kind of hard to draw upside down and holding my paper up in the air like this. So it's maybe not my best drawing ever, but it's definitely vase-ish, wouldn't you say? So there's my vase-ish, my coffee cup-ish buddy. And then I'm going to do a little painting where I just kind of let my brush go where it wants to go. I'm going to try doing it, holding it up like this again. And I'm doing this all on one paper because, we haven't been going to stores at all lately at our house. We've really been just staying home, and I'm worried we're going to run out of paper eventually. So I'm trying to conserve paper. And you probably couldn't see, but I'm doing this on the back of my dot painting from Monday. So I'm just kind of letting my brush do whatever it wants. Some lines. And in this book, Ramon also talks about making feeling-ish paintings or drawings, where he draws something that makes him think of a certain feeling. Oh, you can kind of see the dots through that. Oh, looks good. Looks cool. And I really like that, thinking about what your feelings might look like on paper. If I were going to draw a mad feeling, it might be something like this. Something really red and kind of hard lines. That, to me, would say mad. If I were going to draw something that was sad, it would be sort of like I'm imagining in my head like a kind of like a blue puddle. Kind of a puddly shape that is just sort of blue and floppy flat. And then if I were drawing something happy, I think that it would be kind of like a sun, like a bright, cheerful sun. So these are just lots of different ideas from this book-ish, which is one of my favorites. And I would love to see what you do. If you do a vase-ish drawing, or if you do a feelings-ish drawing, or a feeling, or if you make a poem-ish poem. Whatever you are thinking or feeling, I would love to see what you're making. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye, see you later.